Good opening gush on a Boomish. He's going to be forced back. The utility being chucked out by Grim, activating the ramp play. Trades coming out. Oh, the dualies in middle. Icy trying to control it, can only get the one. And we descend into a 3-on-3 as Complexity back away from mid, but Heavy God is on a little bit of a hunt.
Yeah, we find ourselves here quite quickly at the even number situation. Still a lot of time left on the clock.
And there's the indication of where this finishes. Smoke being deployed. No movement yet for the defense. Good shot. That's Floppy going down. And MongolZ and Grim to clutch a 2v3.
Tap onto the middle of the site. MongolZ continuing to move forward. He sees the shadow, knows his next target is Heavy God, but the swing comes in from Boomich to protect his teammates. So it's all on Grim, and he's got one already. Low HP on Boomich, remember. And so Grim slips behind the smoke. It's a great reposition here for Grim, and it's going to work out for the kill on intro. Suddenly, Boomich, but Boomich from headshot can celebrate a clutch as he wins the 1v1 against Grim for the pistol round victory on Cloud9's side.
First point of contact will be over towards Elevator if they turn the corner. That's Icy to defend with the M4. He looks away, but he gets back at the right moment, and Grim gets dropped.
As he pressures into mid, but unable to get the kill back. So Complexity on multiple chances, unable to even these numbers out, so they go into the attack with a deficit. MongolZ at least getting something here for Complexity, but it's not going to be enough to feel competitive. And Axel's just waiting for Floppy to run up that ramp. Great positioning. Takes the kill on a bomb plant out of all of that. Doesn't actually seem like the worst for Complexity. It looked like it was going to be just a shutdown completely, but some extra cash picked up at a 2-0 lead for Cloud9.
And he's leaned towards Heavy God to be kind of that second strong voice within the squad to call things out. Well, you have the three quiet players of Inters, Exile, and Icy. Good shot from MongolZ, opens things up, but dinked up. He'll have to play passively from now on. Nades come in and bring him even lower. But he's got them a 5-on-4. But Complexity's not convinced they want this to be their final play. Gonna back off, 28 seconds on the clock. Ooh, this is gonna come down to it. You gotta walk all the way back and be quiet. And Heavy God's aggressive at the stairs.
Heavy God lies in wait, lines them up, and they're all gone. A blink of an eye, and the Heavy God hammer comes crashing down in Complexity. A 4-0 lead here for Cloud9. Complexity don't really even get involved in that round.
I'm not super in love with that decision to fall back. It makes sense if you have someone at the B stairs holding on to that position, but with that much time left on the clock, only 20 seconds as you start making your move and you have no information of what's happened there for quite some time.
At least you can go back to rifles. This start is going to sting. JT to grab the opening kill this time. Another 5v4 for Complexity early on. And JT takes no damage in that first fight. A difference from what Elimination was able to get in the last round.
It's an odd smoke.
They're going to continue to push up.
I think that's unintended.
Yeah.
I would, if I had to hazard a guess. And you'd love that smoke against the AWP of Icy.
Love that smoke. You've got one left. MongolZ's had it deployed into the bomb site with a boost. I like this idea from Elimination. Boomich, though, not showing his head. Not stepping far enough back. And perfectly keeps his head below yellow until the final seconds here on Elimination. The timing does not favor him. He decides to start to dismount. And then Boomich comes into his crosshair, but Complexity move into the site. The plant coming in. MongolZ to plant it in the corner. Grim to make his way down the catwalk. And Cloud9, do they want to go for this? Flash goes out of the elevator. JT on the lineup. And there's a round out of your in-game leader. He got a 3K in this one, and that's the job done.
Yeah, beautiful job from JT. Little tough scenario as well. He was isolated in that fight. Nobody to peek off him from gap, so good on him for getting the double kill.
Now, MongolZ did get his AWP out in the first gun round. He hasn't been able to get it back since. So we're going to have to continue with the rifles here. Oh, no, not this time. Not going to get it this time. Axel fights Elimination down the ramp, wins that opening duel, and the star player for Complexity is dead early.
Oh, good chip damage with the nade, bringing a couple players down to 77 and 81. JT and MongolZ gonna hold the ramp. They have control, but Cloud9 with the advantage, happy to give it up.
Well, re-smoke out short as well. Boost ready to deploy. Boomich to be the foundations. To set Axel up for a second kill of this round, and it's gonna work out perfectly. So JT to fall next on the ramp. Complexity stalled out in a 3v5.
This is not looking sharp from Complexity. They're just clearing out B stairs now. Here's the peek into Exile. Heavy God as well. Good kill, but Heavy God. Oh, Floppy never expected it, and Grim can't get the trade. He is a rock at this B-bomb site right now, and Complexity fall flat.
Nades following through the smokes, Boomich dropping back in towards the connector. And the flash ready to go for Halzerg, so JT's going to move with it. He's not alone, he's got Elimination with him, and I love the aggression. JT with a double kill again. This time on Inters, JT with 3. He has eradicated the entire defense, and once again put his team in a position to win their second round. Halzerg stops Exile from unraveling anything, and Complexity now with 4 players that will close this.
Now that is a very cool play. That is a very cool play that Cloud9 did not expect whatsoever. It looked like that smoke missed an elevator, and I would wonder if that's intentional, right? If you're a defender and you see the smoke with that kind of a gap, you're paying a lot of attention to it, and you're saying, oh, they missed this smoke, I've got a clear line of sight, and you're just completely susceptible to JT's play. Well struck from Complexity, and Grim sees the shadow, sees the body of Heavy God, knows exactly where he is. Halzerg gonna swing into the fight, and misses the shot.
Yeah, not exactly the greatest, but Grim eventually getting that pick on the way out. So a little bit more of a bite from Complexity, that's what we like to see. They go, but now they're down to the last buy. They lose this, there's not a lot of residual cash left over. Complexity chances of getting into the T side start now, and we talked about how good Heavy God is towards Beakers, 1-for-1 this time with JT.
I like the call though from Cloud9. They're trying to find that timing where Complexity is going to dedicate some players to this B-bomb. Set a little flash peek for Heavy God. Looks like JT wants to disrespect this smoke a little bit. Utility coming up. All good flash. Inter is taken off the angle. JT blinded and held at bay for the moment. Gonna clear out quad. Here's the swing. Oh, good kill. JT, he's having himself a very nice start to this map. Grim can't handle the swing in middle. Smoke goes up. Complexity still with an advantage, but bomb not planted yet.
It lands onto the back of Elimination, half his health gone, but Boomich sneaking up in behind. It's Halzerg dead, and Elimination is low, and that grenade's gonna finish him off, surely. No, it went a little bit too far, and so Elimination has a chance, but it's still so difficult. A mountain to climb. And Elimination has to deal with fights on multiple fronts and just loses the duel against Boomich. So Complexity, another situation where they fail to string consecutive rounds together, and that was their chance to break the money of Cloud9. They don't do it. JT going back to his old tricks. Ooh, Exile got hit by the flash. The battle spotted for JT. And he's not able to get his team involved in the start of this round towards ramp. JT to die first. Inter's Woods of construction. Eyes on the boost. Here comes Grim around it. Inter's completely ready for that, but his teammate's gone down. And Floppy's moving in.
All right, well, you've got the B-bomb site yet again. Floppy's very low on health. It's going to be very difficult for him to find a way to have great impact in this post plant. And any nade is going to be susceptible to jump over the shot. Huge in Elimination, looking for Boomich again, and he's got him this time.
All 3 of the CTs for Cloud9 coming in from the same position towards the generators. Utility lands in, Floppy to go down a quad, and so pressure on Halzerg because they know exactly where Elimination is towards ramp. They last spotted him there just moments ago. Halzerg, oh, it's so tough now with AWP smoked out, and Elimination smoked in behind it. Has to get the lineup, and he stops that defuse from happening on the first go, but Icy's back onto it, and Halzerg has to win it alone. The Norwegian moves in, but can he stop this? No, he can't get to the defuse in time, and Axel's got the headshot to drop the sniper in Complexity. Their money falls away. I like how compact this is, but Grim has now been spotted. He'll realize that. There's utility out towards Axel. Axel wins the fight. Grim hops up behind the smoke, and Axel moves to the position and drops him instantly. So Complexity, they lose a player, and there's barely any utility left. You got 2 flashes, 1 HE, and a smoke. That's all you've got left.
And back to the B-bomb site we go.
There's only 35 seconds.
I know, I don't think the bomb can leave. Halzerg baits out a shot. He's trying to be a distraction and keep as many defenders here as possible. The bomb has evacuated. He's actually doing a pretty damn good job, all things considered. No utility, and he's on his own. But there's no Molotov for this position, and Heavy God, he can destroy them once again.
Halzerg to move into the open. Exile again, so sharp, and Heavy God drops the bomb. And just on time alone, it may cost him. Elimination gets back to it, just enough time to get that ball planted, but he cancels it, he comes off, and Boomich had already pressured into his position. Cloud9 are dominating Complexity.
I'll say in this game, it feels like he's gotten a few easier situations to deal with.
Sure. Inters. Waiting in middle. Alicia's gone down first. He's not going to be happy about that. In a 4v5, his Complexity's forces are committed to the B-bomb site. They can have a mid-lurk, but it has to be successful into the B-bomb site. They have to try and take the attention away from the mid-defenders, but they know what's up. Holzerk and JT are going to get a couple of kills. Now Grim goes through middle. Good fights from Grim, but traded by Boomich. And now for Complexity's third round victory in this first half, it is Holzerk and Floppy to hold down this post plant.
They're not even looking at the flank either. Thankfully, Boomich is not headed there this time. Floppy with low HP feels like he has to reposition into a little bit of cheese. Get close up where they might not expect you. Molotov is going to come out into the bomb site. Him and Holzerk in a 2v2.
Blinded, Icy comes over, damage done, and Floppy, he's got that kill. Now it's all on Boomich, and he moves in, clears out Floppy, and down into a 1v1. Holzerk on 2 HP, hides beneath the wood, but he drops off, and he's just gonna stick it. Oh, Holzerk, he doesn't get around the corner, he falls off the ledge, and Complexity leave the first half with a measly 2 rounds. Nice and slow, silently slinking their way up the ramp until Holzerk erupts with a shot on Icy.
There we go. Get some of that Norwegian anger out here.
Instead of smashing death, smash some heads. As Holzerk goes out towards Cat. It's a great headshot, this time on Axel. Ball plant coming in the corner. Boomich moving up through short now. Complexity, they've got the player advantages. They've got every chance to get back in for this retake now as Boomich has now hit the deck. Some heavy guard and interest to flip this back somehow in favor of Cloud9, and the headshots, it's just one. And Heavy God stuck at the sandbags, has got a bit of cover, but eventually Holzerk will come in with the triple.
He's pissed about that clutch. The question is, what happens if Floppy goes down? He's got no more utility to hold off anything at this bomb site.
Grim and JT, not even required really as JT because Grim gets both of those kills. So Cloud9 immediately down to just 3 players. Minute 9 seconds left.
Have 2 players here on defense. They've got Grim up in middle, ready to go. They have a passive A setup who can have a fast rotation.
Cloud9 only have a smoke and a flash left.
And JT still has a Molotov. Good shot.
Heavy God to hit the deck. 25 seconds as Axel gets a great shot on towards Floppy. They need a follow-up at JT. He's only got 6 bullets in this M4 and it's gone. Axel fighting forward. Axel doing everything. A 3K with 15 seconds left. Moves into the site, but that key piece of utility stops him from standing comfortably in the bomb site. And with 10 seconds, it is now all on Icy. He needs kills now or the plant immediately, and the bomb is dropped. And so it's Elige with a headshot, and utility saves the day for Complexity. Powerful position.
Elige trying to sell it as well with that spam through. Oh, there's the first, but traded off. And at least Holzerk can call out some numbers, knows there's a few more. Elige has to be very careful.
And they start sprinting towards him. He does compose himself. He gets that pick on Axel. And unfortunately here for Cloud9, they're stalled out. They're once again held back. Grim, though, swings into the fight. Elige has to come in and try and pick up the trade once more, and he's doing a very good job at it, but all of his teammates are dying around him. Floppy up next. This time he'll win his fight in the short play.
Okay, 2v1.
Icy's got a... Oh, seen the shadow. Oh, just spotted Elige move over, but can't catch the timing to bring him down. And so Elige goes back to look for it, and Icy's hit the shot.
And he knew Floppy was there as well.
Get your 1 bullet, 1 shot. 1 opportunity here for Icy to make this happen. And for Floppy, he tracks him around the backside. Icy's checking for him, but Floppy's made a right move. Icy goes back to the angle, though, and Floppy goes down. Icy with the 1v2 pushes Cloud9 ahead to 11. An upgraded pistols. This is not pretty for Complexity, and this is everything they've got.
Good Molotov, of course. Floppy forward into the hands of Axile. MP9 finally gets it done, and Elige finds a way to get away. And it stalls things out, but Grim's got to take a risk, and it's looking like it might be a very nice risk. This is a very nice timing on this flank. Although Inters, he's looking for it. Grim's got to be patient until the execute begins, but he's not going to be.
Oh, he actually got the dink immediately on towards Inters. JT. Close to the wood, looks over the top. Heavy God taking the first bit of damage, but JT still so very low. And so can't cross into the open any longer. He's stuck in that corner.
Yeah, but they're fine with him being there. They know exactly where one player is. It's about the other one.
Oh, he's gonna get mollied as well. He's dead. And so Elimination, they've seen him as well. They know exactly where Elimination is. And Utility comes in, limiting the positions that he can play. So he's stuck in Tetris. He's stuck in this fight. And Elimination combined with MongolZ, able to bring Boomage out of there. Elimination is stepping up again, but he's got to do it on his own. And this is the superstar of North America, the superstar of Complexity. He gets them around that they so desperately need. And 4 for Elimination.
Looks almost like multiple boosts about to be set up and erected once this smoke clears. Heavy God behind the boards, Exile jumping up at the headshot angle.
Running thin on time, but Complexity running thin on kills. Exile with a double. MongolZ finally burning away Inters, but it's going to be a big step up from the AWPer here. 19 seconds, they stall out Cloud9. Great shot from MongolZ, misses the follow-up, and look at this play from Icy.
No one's watching it,
but he's alone now. They all line up, and he puts Complexity cold with a 3K. That might just break them. That might just end their vertigo.
What happens in this initial hold? Like, the boost up can be tricky, but how does Floppy not get this? A little bit blinded maybe? But Exile getting a double there is unreasonable. And even with the kills over the top, nobody looking for this play. They thought Icy would be hustling into the bomb site, and he pulls them out of the brink of defeat.
The gut punch from Icy. Elimination boosted up. So over the kill on Exile. Response is there from Floppy, so a follow-up here for Complexity. As this is looking clean. Doesn't look like this is the round they're gonna concede.
No, this one got away from Cloud9. Everyone just going down 1 for 1. Isolated battles, and now Complexity can play this passive. They don't have to commit to any of these fights. Again, everything's been difficult for Complexity in this half. Still looking for like a really clean gun round win. This would be great. If they could get AK-47s on Elimination and Grim at the end of this round, their money would be in such a nice spot to make this comeback happen. And they need it because they haven't had that relief this whole time. And there it is, a clean sweep for Complexity. Everyone's gonna have an AK-47.
Going for the peek down the ramp. MongolZ not spotting much, despite that smoke being dispersed. Elimination, he's walked down into the corner, and it's going to work out for Elimination. He's got Boomage. Follow up from MongolZ and Complexity. Now with 2 players up, should be converting this into an 11th round victory.
Yeah, you've got MongolZ in a position to take one more shot before backing away. He can hold and have information off angle from JT that Icy can't handle. Over to the B bomb site we go. It's the final play of Cloud9. Alicia's going to push forward. He'll have a good timing on a flank if things go south. And Floppy in a strong position that they cannot clear.
He's also got JT as the early warning system to notify Floppy that they have pushed up into the bomb site. Then Floppy can peek out. The shoot guarantee a win here. Floppy peeks out to the right side. Inter's taking damage from Grim. And that'll end up being 11th round victory here for Complexity. It's going to be down to the final round of regulation.
And Complexity now going to start getting the sense that something is happening on the other side of the map. Something is amiss. You see the rotation on the minimap. Grim sliding over to mid. Elimination backing off as well. 23 kills for him. And Floppy now calling it in.
Well, Floppy has a big job to do. He needs to anchor down this ship of Complexity. Otherwise, their vertigo set sail. And he's taking damage, but he throws that smoke to keep his life. And that's the most important thing. He can buy time. He can be a part of this late puzzle, but Floppy to go down. Grim steps up in his stead. And it's down to Exiles, who's having one hell of a game to close this out, but Elimination goes forward through the smoke, but there's no time for the plant. It is all tied up, and we have got overtime. Complexity stay in this opening map. Now, ran out of time in the last round of regulation. They do not want to have the same thing happen to them here, so here they go. Spam onto Elimination is good, but it's still a 5v5 in the final 20 seconds of the first round of overtime. And Grim catches Exile walking through that short smoke into the open. MongolZ misses a shot and eventually brought down by the heaviest of gods. But Icy moving forward, stopped by Floppy, and 10 seconds left here for Heavy God. No bomb in his possession. Now, really, no time unless he plants right now, and that isn't going to happen. Heavy God will not win this clutch, and Complexity stall out Cloud9 long enough to get the job done. Floppy.
Oh, now they're starting to get some swagger.
Flash play, yeah. Confident. Flash play is perfect. Floppy gets away with it. dive in, dive out with an opening kill. Talked about perhaps Complexity lacking belief sometimes. I think if they are able to pull this game back and turn this around and get this job done, they'll start to believe that they're capable of anything. And as that kill comes in from Floppy, it's a second. Complexity with a 5v3, and Cloud9 stalled out on this T side. They just don't have the answers.
Yeah, but Boomich is going to try and make a play here. Drop some utility back to his teammate, to Inters, to set him up. He wants to turn this corner. Flashbang coming out. Molotov into that position, though. Boomich has to run back. Defense holding very strong. Floppy's double kill so far. Spots one over the board. It's going to drop off. They've got plenty of players here to prevent access to Cloud9, but can't get it done. Another missed shot.
This time he won't miss, though, as Icy's left alone. Tucked in the corner. Can he get another clutch? This one would be unbelievable. He's got the first. Doubled up. As he tries to seven them off with utility.
Wants to make sure nobody's going to swing wide on him, but this round is unwinnable. Bomb is dropped at the stairs. Alicia's on the flank. Icy can do absolutely nothing. It's Grim to close things out. 14-12.
Exil's managed to get up short. This could be huge. JT's watching for it, but Exile, oh, he comes around, looks at the boost instead of the foundations, and JT able to punish for that. The reaction for Cloud9 is to try and apply pressure over towards B.
Floppy's been solid at this B bomb site, but he's had a lot of support generally when they've come in the last few times. This time it's only him. Grim just now arriving.
Floppy's see the utility coming up. He can call for Grim to come back and support him.
Again, he just slides into quad, though. Such a safe place for the B defender as these rounds extend later and later. And again, not a whole lot of utility. Elige going investigating. Boomich, he was on his own for quite some time. Grim wants to go for some information. Might not be worth it. Heavy God walks right through the smoke. Big risk, and it might pay off.
Yeah, Heavy God already through. We've been waiting for a Heavy God moment, and he just isn't going to get it. The long-winded spray and Complexity keep it clean. 15-12, they are now on map point and have so many chances to close out Vertigo. The peek for Icy. Oh yeah, that's more like it. Icy with a collateral. A great start into the round here for Cloud9. And that's not exactly what you want to deal with immediately into the gun round of the TC.
No, not at all.
No.
But that's how the first half kind of ended, was Cloud9 being way more aggressive down the ramp and shutting down the ramp control for Complexity. Saying, okay, you guys have had success getting some picks over towards sandbags, getting some picks over towards gap, but now let's just kind of peek down and deny it. Heavy
God waits around the corner with the wood. The attention will be drawn towards the double stack because the utility just thrown out. And so Heavy God is able to get a double without any of his opponents looking at him. Now Exile coming through elevator. It's a great kill from Grim, but this would have to be an ace.
The hardest ace of all time, the 1v5.
30 seconds as well, with the bomb not in his possession.
Yeah,
it's impossible.
And you can see he's looking towards the A bomb site. He'll never have any indication that all three players are over at the stairs, but there's just not enough time for him as this smoke goes up. So he's got to hustle, and it's just going to be desperate.
Yeah, he'll throw the smoke out, he'll go for the flash. But too many targets and not enough time as Grim moves into position. They line up, and that was the way.
Okay.
That was one way he could have done it.
And once again, Heavy God has just been a force at this B bomb site. Oh, good find.
It's so quick from Elige that Icy just wasn't ready. Boomich stepping up in return, though, making sure that trade comes in and not allowing Complexity to play with an advantage.
That's actually a huge trade to get. I think maybe a missed Molotov, a missed opportunity to actually watch for that. Elige might have been expecting a teammate to be able to hold that kind of a peak, but that deep smoke prevented from JT to have information. Still provided them an opening kill. Smoke utilized to look over the top and peer for any more aggression, but Cloud9 has backed off. Up in position for one more. Exile. 27 kills now, and out mid we go. Boomich goes down, and now we split into the B bomb site. Inters, but Heavy God has been the final boss, but not this time. Not this time at all. And it's Exile in a 1v2. Can he save Cloud9 yet again?
Well, he's had his fantastic performance here on Vertigo. This is to take it to another level. Grenade goes in. Holzerk blasted away. and so it falls to a 1 versus 1. Axel using his final pieces of utility to limit the positions that Floppy can play in, but the dink is immediately landed. Floppy gives his position away, sure, but he blinds Axel, he keeps him low on health, and time will start to tick on to the point of no recovery. Axel getting closer, needs this kill on Floppy, buying his time, playing with his food, and this will end up being a complexity victory. If there's no time for Axel, he's gonna go to the defuse, he's gonna hold it all the way, but for complexity, they come back all the way. They show fantastic tenacity, great mental resilience, and with a little help from their superstar player in the middle of the game, they are able to get the job done here on Vertigo.
This is a robbery! Tell me where you keep your expensive skins, or I'll blow his brains out!
John, please, don't!
Well, I mean him! What the? Where are the normal skins?
Guys, the best skins are on Skin Club.
What are you talking about?
Here, look.
Oh, no way!
The best skins are only on Skin Club.
We kick off the second map. Complexity on the defense. Jewel Berettas on 2 players. A flashbang available for JT and some speed behind this play from Cloud9 as they get their way to the cave. But Grim is ready and the Jewel Berettas can unleash hell when they come through a close choke point like this. Grim only getting 1. Holzrick chiming in with his out towards ramp. Now they can focus on the remaining forces that come through the cave, and Complexity shut down Cloud9. Oh, that's a great start for JT. Can't be bad to that.
They're going to tell Floppy nobody's in mid, don't worry about Donut, just look towards CT spawn. But they already spotted Floppy here throwing the smoke earlier. They're going to know this position. And Complexity, it's kind of awkward. Like, where do you rotate? They're backing up like it's going to be a B-Rap. So Floppy, it's all on your shoulders to provide a kill or two that can give Complexity a round to retake this bomb site.
Come into the Donut. Floppy, despite taking damage earlier on, still does well to get himself a kill. But traded by Boomich, 30 seconds left, and Axel's looking to cut off rotations. The reinforcements trying to arrive, but Grim taking damage. First, he had a Liege coming in behind him, and just with a speed, they get past his crosshair and make it uncomfortable. Now Grim's accelerating right in towards Icy, puts him out, and now it's Boomich stuck behind the big box. 1v3 for Big Boom. He's going to move out to the right side. No one detected. Grim goes down first, but a worthy sacrifice in terms of getting information as to where Boomich is playing from. And now they move in on him. They look to try and crush him, and JT is the man to send the bullet through the head. So Complexity take 3 in a row. So a bomb plant coming right up for Cloud9 most likely.
You'd imagine, which Complexity is going to be fine with. Bomb plant or not, it's a buy in the next round. So it's more about, winning the round than stopping any kind of a plant. Good shot from Temple.
Oh, they didn't actually commit to the A bomb site. Instead, they're trying to fake out the A play, get those rotations over, and then climb up heaven. So JT's got to detect this. He hears the steps, and he catches a few players. Entering cave a little bit late into the round, and a fantastic flashbang alongside kill for Elimination. And Axel, good pick on the Tech-9. Icy to follow up, and the bomb plant will be going down, but it's over towards B, and now there's better weapons on the ground for Cloud9.
There's a smoke on Floppy. He's coming in late. Needs to put it towards short if he can so that Elimination can activate. Icy's going to be frustrated as this plumes, but he steps in front. Oh, he's going to win the round for Cloud9. Beautiful shot, and there's the Deagle, and Cloud9 get a miracle. And they need to utilize a little bit of trickery.
Elimination jumps into the corner, M4 ready to go, and Intros walks right in towards him. So Elimination's aggression pays off, and they're now trying to get rid of him, but he stuck around. He went back for another fight. You can't blame him. It looked like he had a chance for a follow-up.
I actually thought he did a pretty good job of making it seem like he fell back while still maintaining some aggression, but yeah, not the peak that...
This is the best chance for Complexity to win this round. 19 seconds left. Cloud9 have to commit into the B bomb site stack. Molotov forces JT into the open, but Grim on the double. Holzrick swings before his death, and now it is Axel with a 1v2 ahead of him, and just enough time. He starts planting now, but he's run out of time now. The headshot, not enough to get the bomb planted. Similar round to what we've seen over on Vertigo.
I was going to say, that's like deja vu. Axel trying to fake the bomb plant to pull him out, but not with enough time to get the kills. Does recover the operate at the end, which is quite nice, but doubled up in cave. Good kill from Grim, having impacts much like Vertigo. Oh, even Elimination is able to recover. Swap out to an AK-47. 5-on-3 for Complexity's defense.
Yeah, an incredible start into round 6. one that they should not let slip. There should be no way for Cloud9.
And look at the position of Cloud9 at the moment. Like, what do you do from here? The only thing you can do if you want to try and recover this in the moment is some kind of individual play, and Boomich ain't feeling too motivated. Set up for retake in this 5-on-3. 2 players holding on to Cave. Smokes up, they'll wait for them to fade. And Cloud9's gonna have a tough task. There's no utility though to block off the AWP, and that's the bomb being stopped.
Damn.
Good response from Boomich, but this just eats time off the clock, makes it so much more difficult, and now impossible. Icy has to save the AWP.
You don't want to be caught on the receiving end of the sniper here, Holzerk. So he waits around the corner. Here comes the swing, and Icy able to dodge the flash, get back to the angle, and drop Grim.
So Complexity fall into that double cave setup again to at least obliterate half the attack and then able to play retake. Mid control is there as well. That's Elige finding one. Oh, late push though. Good trade, important trade, but now they know. Now they know the B bomb site's gonna be clear.
Inters is at the back of the pack though. He's only just picked up that bomb. And it has been a burst forward for Icy once again, chiming in with his AWP. Elige has arrived back, but Icy hears the step, and now his scope goes in. Elige realizes he can't go for that peek any longer against the AWP, so he moves in short instead. And that plan being committed to. Elige able to react fast enough to drop Heavy God. Icy's AWP brings out again. Elige knows where his targets are. He goes to the fight. Elige with a headshot, and he runs out of ammo, so it's all on Floppy coming back to win this, and he can't stop Inters. Cloud9 with weakened weapons, but they've got the AWP, and now they've got their round. So mid-pusher Complexity, 4 players going that way, and JT the only member at the B bomb site.
Oh, they're gonna climb up though. Elige, good dink, good cleanup. Yep, that's a good find. Cloud9 gonna play this slow from here on, so a chance for Complexity to reconvene.
Heavy God to walk up into the Zeus, and nice try from JT, but it isn't gonna work out for him. But the relocation of the resources has allowed Elige to get back over towards long.
Yeah, but you know that AWP is gonna be trained in.
Fight that really need to go the way of Complexity, but eventually it does with that USP. Heavy got to go down, Grim swings out a donut, and you can't let this one go if you're Cloud9. So Axel springs into action, and he takes matters into his own hands. Icy getting away from the B-bomb site, but Complexity are on for the race. They're trying to get back in time.
Yeah, but there is plenty of time with that bomb coming in very, very late, and Elige is having a very good game. Hulls are going to come through CT spawn. Elige going to work his way towards Donut. Flashbang is out. They want to get aggressive on this, though. Heavy got holding off. Or excuse me, Exile holding off, waiting for the plant. There's the tap. The transfer over is almost there.
But now it's on Elige, who just spotted. The bomb plants are leaving. He takes out Axile. It's the AWP against Elige as he goes into the fight. It's damage done, but Icy blasts his head off. Big swing from JT as he goes into the open. Elige to trade it, Icy to fall.
I actually don't know how Elige is alive right now. Cloud9 go quiet once again. And that
away. Axel's caught. Back turn to the smoke as it fades away. And both 8 players for Cloud9 go down in an instant. Elige decides to move forward on that information. But at least he's picked up info for Grim to stabilize and look to lock down this B-bomb site on his own. Heavy God to fall first, and Grim to not give up his life. And that forces Boomich into a 1v3. He'll put the bomb down in the site, but getting out of this one alive is going to prove a task insurmountable, and that is going to be Boomich to hit the deck and the scoreline to be extended for Complexity.
Cloud9 just losing players on that two-man attack into the A bomb site. They never expected 2 defenders to be there.
And it was a huge piece of their success, too. Let's see what he's able to get done as he makes his way out. Donut, he's got eyes on elbow, and Axel showing the door.
He put a lot of faith.
He did.
That no one was going to be coming from the jump up. Taking a big risk. Dangerous timing on backstab.
Ever patient is Boomich, but we go on to the fight here at A main. Boomich in a duel against Elige, and he'll win it on that Tech 9 as he finally springs forward. 45 seconds, Cloud9 trying to get out towards the A site.
Here comes Boomich.
Here he is again. Boomich is now right through CT spawn, and what a shot from Holzer. Gets 4 in the round as soon as the AWP is brought out. It's Icy in the 1v3, and Holzer just goes through the fire, through the flames, because he is on a heater. Icy waits behind the big box. And 3 Complexity players stare him down. He cannot leave.
Halzerk wants that ace.
And he is primed, ready to take it, but his Grim will steal the honors.
And that's your offer. He's been having a quiet opening stage of the major. You need him to win this series. You need him if you want to move on.
Fast B-Plight, Heavy got at the front to leash to trade it out. But it's quick for Cloud9. Fortunately for Complexity, they have numbers inside of Cave.
And Cloud9 haven't taken control of long whatsoever. Oh, good little jump for information. Spotting it out. Molotov not spreading.
A little bit scary for a second. But with the bomb planted, the main objective achieved for Cloud9. 1v3 is not going to happen.
Yeah, the danger of losing that round is if those Tech-9s are able to push up around the cube, get control of long, really pressure the rotations, and nobody from Cloud9 moved forward to try and take control of that side of the map. So Complexity, an easy job mopping up players inside the open B bomb site. 8-4 half. Split towards the B bomb site. They spot him all along the way. No kills yet. Grim is going to find one. Heavy God goes down. There's those whiffs Alicia's talking about, and the bomb will progress into the B bomb site.
Icy trying to come back through Cave. He actually won that fight very cleanly against JT, so now they spring into action. Axel going to follow up kill. Inter's doing what he can, and Icy just jumps into the bomb site, so immediately Complexity lose players, but Floppy still stands a chance as he stands alone. Inter's moves into the site, smoke and kit.
I think he's, tough for Floppy.
Oh, and the damage done. All right. No chance. No chance in the defuse. Floppy just tags him up through the smoke.
Does Cloud9 have that same determination in them?
Oh, Elige still in a dangerous spot as the fire tickles his toes, but he's dragging, and he's got Grim with him. And that has been the wombo combo from Vertigo now into Ancient. And this is Cloud9 immediately having to worry about being 3v5 in their first gun round. So they're taking a risk. Boomich going aggressive through A main. It feels like the only play that is available to him, and it might just work out perfectly. He got a kill on Grim. He had an opportunity for a second, and actually gets the dink on Halzerk, but loses the fight in the end.
Yeah, but look at Elige. He got that opening kill. I mentioned it with the game he's having, the plays that he likes to make, finds the opening pick, and now he's going to be really proactive. He knows in a 4-on-2, there's space on the map for him to work with. B-Smoke's thrown up as a fake, as a lure, and Cloud9 have bought it. Hook, line, and sinker. Icy's going to try and shift back. He's still got all that utility.
Sure, he's got a lot of that.
But it doesn't matter. He can't do anything. They might just choose to save this. They've got no kit.
So the call is being made. Heavy got to stop Elige's charge forward. Boomich cuts off the top ramp play. Now the A main push has not worked out either, and Complexity fall flat.
Yeah, I mean, what a good timing on that smoke over in Cave. Good rotation. I think that's Boomich swapping out weapons and then coming over, and that's a perfect timing to get the information. The cancel call for Complexity didn't come in quick enough. And now they are in perfect position to deal with the audible called by Complexity.
So waits around Donut. It's going to be cleared out by Floppy, no problem. But Interest has the other two.
And still not backing away. Smoke clears, Boomich wins the fight. Not the follow-up though. And now Boomich is stuck in a battle for his life, nade in hand, and JT loves that. He sees it and steps forward. No commitment off the back of these trades. Complexity happy with the 4-on-3. Grim gets away with his life.
Yeah, barely a 4-on-3, but he does get around the corner back to safety. There's 45 seconds remaining here for Complexity. Still a decent amount of time for this T side to work their finish. And they're going to go over towards A, leaving Floppy as a lurk towards the B bomb site. And
I like this
about to get cleared out by Inters. Floppy was successful in his B play, but will Inters win this fight? As he goes up against Grim's Tech-9, he will lose it. And so Icy, they know exactly where he is. The A bomb site is empty. Plank comes in from Halzerk, and Complexity about to grab map and series point.
Yeah, I think Inters really felt like he had to make some kind of a play because he knew they were going to be wrapping around him at any moment. He knew the movement from Complexity was going to be towards Donut, and if he's out in the open or just staying passive, you know they're going to swing you after that. You know they have you in a vulnerable position, and you always feel like that piece of utility is going to help you just enough, but it was his undoing. Halzerk with the all kinds of pick, aggressive. Another one almost lands it blind.
Everyone's blind in mid, but eventually Axel coming up on top, and elsewhere Icy had removed JT, so Complexity down to just 2 players and make that 1. So the mid-fight looked like it was a 50-50 duel for a while, but when Axel gets 2, job's done.
Yeah, Holzerk felt like he had another kill right out in the open. He just sees him coming out of the smoke. That flashbang ruined his day and ruined the round for Complexity. Good piece of utility and a clean victory for C9 so far. Floppy left in a 1v4. Economic damage would be great, but going to be tough to find.
This could be a massacre. Cloud9 at the ready. Crosshairs put in place. Grim just jumped across first. They all line up. Without the util, Complexity will not break through, and Elige is stuck at elbow, having to save his AK-47. Another round for Cloud9. Money gone for Complexity.
But they still want to use this smoke. They still feel like they have the timing. Floppy going to turn the corner.
It's a little awkward because both players flash, but Floppy comes out on top of it, and damage done as well to Boomich, who's left on 6 HP.
Oh, that couldn't have gone worse for Cloud9. That's the exact worst way that could have happened. Even though he's blind, Floppy had turned the corner and seen what's coming. Cloud9 on the back foot and scrambling, bringing an extra player over to this B bomb site. They sense that Complexity want to exploit the weakness after that kill. And they're not wrong. And these last few rounds, though, Elige has been put in lurking positions, not playmaking positions. And Icy's off. Oh, no.
It's a missed shot, a missed opportunity. And perhaps for Cloud9, that could start to spell their end. Does Complexity stay a player up? A kill through the smoke. Holzer to drop Inters, and another missed shot from Icy. This one will be his reckoning. It is now Axile left alone in a clutch that he will not win, that he cannot win. And for Complexity, they will stay alive here, at least for another day. With losses to Liquid, Pain, and now Complexity, the Americas teams prove too much to handle, and Cloud9 are eliminated from the major here in Shanghai.